this is Josh Hunter. I'm presently in the city of Santa Monica, California. I just got this idea. I haven't really thought it out, but we're pretty much like at the beginning of like the internet. I mean, the internet's only been around for in its like state where like people are really like aware of it for like 20 years, maybe 25 years. And so it's pretty young. Like imagine like if you were like in the movie industry in like 1930 something or whatever. Or technically you would have, you wouldn't really be, you wouldn't be like terribly important at that point. But the internet, since it's available to the public, pretty much we can kind of say where it's going to go. So like in the entertainment industry, like in the movie industry especially, like it's kind of hard to be like a part of it and be like a person who's like, what do they call it, like a shot caller or someone who's making like the big decisions. Like you'd have to be like a major player. You have to be like part of. Do they still have the bit? You have to be a big. You have to be a part of like the major studios, and you have to have lots of money essentially. But the thing is, with the internet and YouTube specifically, we can kind of decide like how we want to play this. In the Hollywood industry, they're always like wanting to. It's like once you get past a certain age, you're suddenly like, oh, they don't want you anymore. Like that's something that's typically associated with the movie industry. It's like you get to a certain age, and especially if you're female, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go find the next newer, younger version of you. But with this, with the YouTube, I'm not familiar with a lot of the major social media platforms. But like if you're like successful on YouTube, we could agree like now. We could make we could make like a YouTube alliance. Like it's not just like not sponsored by YouTube, but like just like an independent alliance of of YouTubers. And we can agree to like fucking keep out like new people, new and young people. Because right now, I'm new to this myself, but I know like probably 10 years ago there were much different people on YouTube. Some of them survived, obviously, but I'm saying 10 years from now, what are we just gonna have like new people come in and just like take it from us? No, we can agree now. Like we're gonna be like we'll decide who comes in and who doesn't. If we want to shun them, then we'll shun them, right? And so, like, yeah, it may come to the point where YouTube is just filled with, like, a bunch of, like, old-timers. Like, a bunch of, like, 80-year-old people. The same 80-year-old YouTubers that we've been watching for, like, 100 years or whatever. And I think... I think that'd be kind of neat. And, like, if new people come along and they're like, oh, we want to be fucking the next generation. No, fuck that. No, it's us. It's us and no one else. And so anyway, I was thinking this would be kind of neat. I don't know if I should be involved in this. I don't know if I personally should be involved in this because, I don't know. I don't like to be on the face of things. I like to be like in the background. I'm more like a Luca Brasi type guy. Like I'm not just. You only have me around if you actually need me. So I'm not. I'm not like. I'm not drawing in crowds or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I thought I'd bring that up. So I'd also like to bring out something else, and I hope this is not offensive. I don't want it to be, but I'm really trying to communicate clearly. If there's something going on here. I am not a person who anybody should be asked to move. You shouldn't ask me to move. And I'm noticing something consistent. Anytime, like, I'm in a place and security asks me to move, like, either that day or the next day, there's, like, something happens. And, like, somebody, like, there's, like, either a major fire or there's, like, some terrorist attack or a mass shooting. Like, it's literally the next day. Because it always hurts. Like, every time it happens, I feel like a pain. It's not because, like, technically, like, when someone asks me to move, it's like not an issue. Like technically, it's like why would I be getting upset? Like I have to move around all day anyway. Like there's no fucking bed to sleep on. But when it's like needless and someone's like literally like for the sake of money, for the sake of us making money, you need to move. Like that's the issue. because like, nah, you know what? I'm not gonna say this because no, all right. If it turns out to be like all right, so like a couple of months ago or whatever, I was at the. I'm only gonna give a couple examples. I don't want like you conspiracy nuts like going crazy over this because I got a lot of this. But a couple of months ago, like I was sitting in front of the mall or whatever. The security guard asked me to move, and then the next day, like Kobe Bryant died. And then a year before that, um, no, like 2 or 3 years before that, a guy came up to me who kind of looked like Kobe Bryant, and he was like, "Man, I've got this like issue with my intestinal tract. Like if I don't get to take a shit, a guy who looked like Kobe Bryant. He said if I don't get to take a poo, if I don't get to take a shit, like I'll die. And this place here, they won't let me take a shit. And like I really got into it with the security guard here. And then I think like 1 month before Kobe Bryant died, I was here in Santa Monica. I saw Shaquille O'Neal right here on the 3rd Street Promenade, and I saw Rick Fox at Ocean and Colorado. Like I'd never seen a Laker before in my life, and like 2 months before he died, I saw them both here in Santa Monica. So and then today, like I was sitting in front of this like store that had gone out of business. Like there's nobody in front of the store. There's a gate around it, and you know, security guard came around, or I mean, someone who works for the city came around and was like, "You gotta move." And I'm like, "Okay, all right." And then like today, I guess like Chadwick Boseman died. So, like I'm not saying that like I'm not saying I have anything to do with this, but it just seems to me like if you have the opportunity to like not have someone. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being like I don't know. Maybe I'm too like, it's. I don't know. There's like a consistent behavior here. Like he died, you know. Because like every time someone asks me to move, like it's like a real like knot, like a pain in my stomach. Not my stomach, but like right, like solar plexus. But it doesn't feel like my pain. It doesn't have anything to do with me. It's just like why did. Like, because it was so needless, you know, like, there's a lot of things going on here. I don't know, I figured people would understand, like, they'd learn how to cooperate. There'd be something that tells them, like, hey, don't move this guy. Like, just let him be. Like, I have tried to communicate this as much as I can, but I can't get anyone to cooperate. In 8 years, I've not been able to get anyone to cooperate with me. And just realize, I am a bum, okay? I mean, I happen to be homeless, but I am a bum. Even if I had $1 million, I'd still be a bum. Okay, I sit around, I don't do anything, I watch TV, I play video games, I drink beers, that's it. And, you know, I don't understand why people understand, like, this is my function. And when you interfere with that function, you know, it's not like, you know, something that you don't necessarily need to go to school for this, but I mean, that's my function, that's my utility. And when you interfere with that, like, you're interfering with serious things. I trained my whole life to do this type of thing. And I'm not trying to. Anyway. So if you're someone, and by some chance you're watching this, or you are aware of this, and you see me, and you're like, oh, let me try and move this guy. Don't. Just think and don't. Because, you know, I'm just don't do it. Okay, like I'm trying to tell you guys, like I'm not, you know, I'm involved in like some heavy duty things, and it doesn't have to be like that serious, but with this severe lack of cooperation, then that's what it has to be. Like it just has to be like this, because people don't seem to be getting the message, and all this like the amount of evidence is like stacking up and up and up and up, and I don't know what to do. Like I can yell at people, I can bark at them, I can do all these types of things, but people, they just won't, they are so sure that they are right and that I am wrong. And the reason why they think that I am wrong is because I don't have money. That is the only thing that is making them like, oh, you don't even have money, so how could you be right about anything? Think about it. What is there such a thing as like a homeless person with credibility? When you think about homeless people, are you thinking, oh, these are a credible group of people, like we should listen to them? Is there anyone who's saying we should listen to homeless people? They have they have credibility. No. So I mean, but I'm not gonna just like deliberately give myself a position of prestige just so you guys will listen to me. All right. I'm 34 years old, and I've got the best grades on Earth. All right, hang on. I didn't feel very good about that. I felt like it was being dismissive. I should be more respectful for, this guy who passed away. But all these things are connected. All right, I always give warnings. I give plenty of warnings. Like even when I say I'm not going to give a warning, I give a warning. But I feel like it was a little dismissive of me to be doing this thing when this guy passed away. But he said he's been at this for 4 years, and that guy who told me he had an issue, that was many years ago, and I've been getting no cooperation. I've been saying, get me a fucking house, a bed to sleep on, free beers. Someone else can make the connections. I'm not going to spell it out for you because there's such a thing as having grace, okay? And so somebody just has to have a sense of these things, okay? The earth is like an old place, okay? There's a lot of magic here, a lot of things going on. And as much as our technology is covering all of this up, okay, there are real forces here that demand a certain type of recognition. And if you're not going to recognize it, I don't know. So, I mean no disrespect to him or his family or whatever. I don't know. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about me, so I don't have that understanding of like closeness. Okay, like I've got like the last 5 holiday seasons, like nobody. I've been on the streets, like no phone calls. Like the last 5 years, like nobody's like. So I don't have this sense of family. I don't have this sense of, respect. Okay, nobody respects me. So whenever I pay respects, it's because like I want to. I'm a very unrespected person. I'm not respected person. So I'm not, I'm just, anyway. Alright. Actually, I think I might, alright, maybe I should look, I think I may, let's see, I'll try. I'm 34 years old, and I've got, no, I can't say it. 34 years old, no, 34, no. Alright, we'll just, but it means something when I say this. Like, that's still disrespectful to his memory. I don't know. Like sometimes I think like I need to look like an asshole. Like it's just something that I need to do. Like I don't say this because there were a lot of. Yeah. Let's see if I can get through this. Right. 34 years old, and I've got the. Maybe I'll just say really quiet. Okay. I'm 34 years old, and I've got the best grades on Earth.